The average cost of college is just over $36,000 per year. If that isn't enough to stop any parent in their tracks, the fact that many estimates predict college could cost up to $500,000 by 2040 certainly will. The seemingly ever-increasing college costs don't mean that your children are destined for a lifetime of debt. In fact, if you start implementing these 10 tips I'm about to share with you today, your children can minimize the amount of loans needed for college at all. Hey everyone, this is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money, a channel dedicated to helping you strengthen your family tree and live financially free. If you like what you hear today, please consider giving me the YouTube triple thanks. That's hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and then commenting down below. I appreciate it. Thanks. All right, number one, 529 college savings plan. One of the most commonly talked about college savings options is a 529 plan. There are definite benefits to these savings plans, and they're worth understanding as your family wonders how to save for college. A 529 college savings plan is a state-sponsored savings account created for educational expenses. Funds can be withdrawn tax-free to pay for college or trade schools and related expenses such as housing and textbooks. Unlike traditional or high-yield savings accounts, the money within 529 college savings plans is actually intended to be invested. That means that your money can grow exponentially thanks to the power of compound interest. Let's talk 529 pros. There are so many benefits to 529 college savings plans. The first benefit has to do with taxes. Depending on where you live, a 529 college savings plan can actually come with a significant tax advantage. In addition to tax-free earnings growth and tax-free withdrawals, some people will also receive tax deductions for contributions. They do that in my great state of Michigan. This varies widely by state, and you want to do your research to learn more. Another pro of these plans is how popular they've become. Like any investment vehicle, there are good plans and there are bad plans. But as 529 plans have increased in popularity, so have the plan options. Investors do not have to open a 529 plan in their state. In fact, if your state doesn't offer tax benefits, you may simply choose to open an account elsewhere with the lowest fees possible. Index fund leader Vanguard is a big player in the 529 scene, which means that there are a myriad of options for low expense ratios. This is ideal in terms of helping your money grow while minimizing expenses. Another big benefit to these plans is that anyone can contribute to them. As a result, you might consider setting up a 529 plan for your child and then giving the details to family and friends. They can easily contribute to these accounts for birthdays, holidays, or other milestones. Now let's talk some 529 cons. While there are many pros to these accounts, there are some drawbacks as well. The biggest concern that people have with these accounts is the fact that they aren't very flexible. In reality, that's more of a misunderstanding than an actual drawback. It's easy to change the beneficiary on the account, meaning that if one child doesn't use all the money, it can easily be passed on to another sibling, a niece, a nephew, or even a grandchild, or even you. Additionally, if your child happens to score a scholarship, you can withdraw the amount of the scholarship from the 529 college plan penalty-free. Finally, 529 plans got even more flexible with the most recent passage of the Secure Act 2.0, which now says that a certain amount of money within the account can be rolled into a Roth IRA for that child. Another consideration to make when it comes to 529 plans is the fact that they will reduce the amount of financial aid a student qualifies for in college. However, if the goal is to graduate debt-free, that doesn't always mean qualifying for maximum financial aid. Okay, number two, UTMA, or Uniform Transfer to Minors Act. Another way to help your kids graduate without debt is to set them up with a UTMA account. A UTMA, Uniform Transfers to Minors account, is a custodial account that is set up to hold the transfers for a minor until they reach adulthood. Said another way, it's an account that can hold savings, investments, and other assets that become your child's once they hit age 18 to 25 years of age, depending on where you live. Let's talk some UTMA pros. One of the biggest benefits of UTMA accounts is how incredibly flexible they are. There are no stipulations on how the assets are used. That means that your child could use them to pay for college if they want. However, your child might earn scholarships or save for college in other ways. Then they would be able to use these assets that are in their UTMA to put towards a down payment on a house, maybe to start a business, or pay for a wedding. Now to the UTMA cons. There are several things you should consider before starting a UTMA for your kid. The biggest perk to a UTMA can also be its biggest drawback. If your child isn't incredibly money savvy when they reach adulthood, the UTMA account is still theirs. That means they could loan the money to a friend, take a trip to Vegas, or blow the money in any other way that their underdeveloped prefrontal cortex thinks up. But let's say that your child really develops a strong sense of financial literacy and only wants to use this money for college. They see the value in being debt-free. Assets in a UTMA account are weighted much more heavily in financial aid considerations. That means that a hefty UTMA balance will count against your family when you apply for financial aid, much more than the money in a 529 college savings plan. Number 3, working in high school. This hack isn't snazzy or top secret, but it works. One of the ways to graduate debt-free is through good old-fashioned work in high school. If this suggestion is giving you flashbacks to your own first gig, know that things have gotten better, sort of. There has been a strong push in many states and communities to increase the minimum wage. Plus, many companies and corporations are now feeling pressure to pay interns for their work. Yeah, they should. While we can't promise that anyone's first job will be glamorous, we are hopeful that the wages will be slightly better and hopefully the working conditions will be as well. The age at which your child can start working does vary a bit based on where you live. One solid strategy is to have your child reach out to their high school counselor to find out more about work permits. Additionally, the counselor could have connections or suggestions to make landing their first job a smoother process. After you get your child set up with a job, make sure you set them up with a savings account. That way they can start to set money aside for college and other expenses in their teen lives. After all, it isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you save too. Number 4, savings accounts. You definitely want to help your child or teen set up a high-yield savings account. Ally makes it easy, but there are plenty of other options out there. I'm biased, I love Ally. These savings accounts can pay considerably more than traditional brick and mortar banks. It also pays to do your research because many offer different incentives and sign-up bonuses. Your money won't grow quite as much as it would if it was invested in the stock market, but if you have a shorter time horizon because you need the money sooner, these high-yield savings accounts are important tools to consider. Number 5, scholarships. We could dedicate an entire video to scholarships because they are so important. In fact, I should probably get on that. Anyway, many families don't even bother applying for scholarships because they feel like their child won't qualify. But that's absolutely nonsense. Don't disqualify yourself before you even start the process. Christina Ellis, someone we interviewed on this channel, won $500,000 in scholarship money, and she's a great reminder that everyone should apply for scholarships. Top scholarship websites to help you save for college include scholarships.com, Chegg, Career One Stop, College Board, International Student, Peterson's, and Scholarship America. In addition to researching options online, students can also consult with their school guidance counselor. While the scholarship application process can be time-consuming, it isn't that different from applying to colleges. After the first few applications, you start to understand and anticipate the application process. Number 6, grants. Grants are different from student loans because they typically do not have to be repaid. Students can find grant offerings in a variety of places. Federal and state governments often offer grants. Additionally, colleges and nonprofit organizations do as well. Some of the most well-known grants include Pell Grants and Teacher Education Assistant for College and Higher Education Grant, which is TEACH. While grants typically do not have to be repaid, it is important to pay attention to the stipulations that come with these grants. For instance, the TEACH grant comes with a teaching requirement. If you do not meet the requirements, you must repay the grant. You can start the grant process by searching for federal grants on the U.S. Department of Education page, or visiting your state's Department of Education, or reviewing the offerings provided after filling out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. Number 7, AP courses. AP courses are college-level courses that students can take in high school. After completing the course, you can take an AP exam. Depending on how you do on the test, you can potentially earn college credit. The benefits of taking AP courses include include earning college credits and starting with a higher placement, saving time and money in college, standing out during the college application process, and freeing up time in college to graduate early, double major, or more. Initially, AP courses were rare offerings. However, over the last decade, the AP program has really taken off in high schools around the country. Now, you can take AP classes in virtually every content area. Number 8, CLEP exams. CLEP exams are another way to graduate college without debt. The CLEP, or College Level Examination Program, is a program that has been helping students get college credit for the past 50 years. So how does CLEP help you save for college? Well, students are able to test out of introductory level classes. That means that they can jump into their college career at a more advanced level, possibly graduating sooner. The most surprising and important part of CLEP exams is that anyone can sit for an exam. That means that you don't have to complete any special programming in school. If you feel confident and qualified, you can take the exam. Number 9, working part-time in college. Colleges and universities offer a variety of different job options through their work-study programs. In many cases, you can opt to have your paycheck applied to your tuition. Another popular option to cut down on college costs is to apply to be an RA, or a residential assistant. These peer leaders coordinate activities and help make dorm life smoother and safer for other students. As a result, they often have their housing fees reduced or waived entirely. Of course, you aren't limited to working for your college or university. Students can explore jobs within their college community as well. In many instances, you may use part-time work in college as a stepping stone to a career path you hope to enter after graduation. Number 10, the last one, community college. One of the biggest mistakes families make when having conversations about college is overlooking options right in their backyard. Community colleges are often smaller schools that may be as close as in your same town. There are 2 main ways that community college can help you when you're wondering how to save for college. Associate degrees. Community colleges offer programming for associate degrees. In 2 years, students can earn an Associate of Arts, or an AA degree, or an Associate of Science, an AS degree. The National Society of High School Scholars estimates that local community colleges cost around $3,500 per year. Compare that to the findings that show out-of-state public universities cost about $35,000, and you can really see the savings add up. Dual enrollment classes. Did you know that you don't have to wait for college to attend community college? That's right. Many high schools now offer dual enrollment classes. They go by a handful of names, but they all function similarly. Students can sign up for classes in high school and then actually attend courses in person or virtually through their local community college. These courses satisfy high school graduation requirements and count on your high school transcript. That means that students can start college with credits. Talk about being a step ahead, right? In the end, there's no denying that the sticker cost of tuition is sky high, but your kids don't have to struggle with student debt for decades or years. With some careful planning and plenty of hard work, you can minimize the overall cost of college and the amount of loans needed to get a degree. This is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money, signing off. Carpe diem.